Hello everyone, my name is Ken Berber and today we'll talk about PLC collaborations. So the strategies we'll talk about is for clinical awareness. One strategy I learned is the rhyming splat, where basically students are given several rhyming pictures in two fly swats. The pictures are placed around the table. The students wait for the teacher to say a word that rhymes with one word of the pictures on the table. Students race to splat the snatching rhyming words. So the active language will be rhyming and rhyming words. There's strategy for collaborations that during activities, students can work together to search for rhyming words on the game. Teachers can also provide ideas and tips for students who may be struggling during the game. For suggestions for those who are really good at phonemic awareness, teachers could basically give them cards with advanced rhyming words like flat, splat, etc. The students would learn new rhyming words and use their experience to help them understand this activity. For technology, the students can interact with learning apps and devices and play matching games based on rhyming words. Another phonemic awareness strategy activity is the I Spy, where basically students call a letter sound or phenome and participate in identifying the objects in the classroom that start with, end with, in the middle sound of it, and find the students can find a specific syllable of the word. The language is rhyming, syllable, and phoneme. For collaboration, students can work together or find the sounds of the word that the teacher is expecting students to answer. For master suggestions, to challenge students, the teacher would ask students, I spy a word that includes a blend, consonant blend, a word that starts with vowel, etc. Encourage students to use their thinking skills. And technologies, use learning apps to find the words, and games based on searching for letter sounds. The fluency part is basically where students learn about fluency games. One fluency strategy is partner reading, where students get together, they find a partner, they sit together and read together one at a time, with one partner reading, while the other partner is listening to the reader. There inspire students to learn and improve the fluency. One collaboration skills that students can definitely work together to learn how they read, what they need to work on, how their pace of reading, as well as the ways to improve the fluency. This encourages students to work together and collaborate to become better readers. To challenge the activity, teachers can strategically place partners to provide instruction on partners' roles placed on a structured routine, ensure that both partners give feedback to each other and check for understanding. For technology, students can read an auditory book online where they listen to the person reading through their headphones. This is one sort of technology. Another strategy for fluency is echo reading, where basically the teacher or the fluent reader reads the text or passage from this text in reason of expression, as well as pace and fluency. In inflection and pauses, the students are basically expected to repeat the same thing the teacher says to practice their expression and fluency and pauses. The active language is fluency, accuracy, proximity, and echo reading. Declare a suggestion that students can work together to pay attention for the main reader and the main ideas of the story, as well as working together to improve the fluency. For technology, they could basically use Chromebooks and reading apps to listen to the people reading the book online, and then they could try to practice the reading to themselves. Also, I forgot about the challenge to challenge students. Teachers could read passages with more difficult words and vowels students to pronounce, and read at a certain pace to challenge students to improve the fluency. And finally, the one skill we're going to go into is comprehension, which is another part of reading foundations. So you can learn about the KW chart, where a teacher shows the KW chart from the classroom. The K sound with no, W sound is what to know, and L says what I learned. Basically helps students to predict what they're going to learn for the lesson, helps students become familiar with the objective lesson of the objective. So the collaborative strategies is that students work in small groups to help teach you fill the chart of what they know, what they want to know, and what they learn throughout the lesson. To challenge students, groups should implement their clear clear communication in discussion groups with others to fill out the chart. And technology, the teacher used the smart board to show a KW chart and have students write down what they know, what they want to learn, and what they learn throughout the lesson to help students become engaged. And finally, one effective way to support comprehension is the graphic organizers, which is the simple one, where a teacher hands out a worksheet which separates to have teachers explain, which have students explain the characters, the main idea, the setting, the problems, the solution, help students come familiarize the story, help students build summaries of the story. The academic language would be comprehension, graphic organizers, characters, setting, and summary. For collaborative strategies, students can work together in groups to complete the graphic organizers, fostering discussion. Also, the classroom can work together to completing the graphic organizer presented in class. To challenge students, the teachers can present a challenging graphic organizer that requires students to use their critical thinking skills and figure out the characters, setting, etc. to improve their reading comprehension. And for technology, like the KW chart, teachers can use the graphic organizers in the front of the smart board, where they could model students how to complete the graphic organizers, and students could look and see how the teacher completes graphic organizers, and they could eventually complete the exam by themselves.